Richard Hughes looks set to end. Liverpool career of a £160,000 per week starter. Liverpool are expected to conduct a significant overhaul of their playing squad this summer. Several star players could well be put up for sale in order to raise money for incoming deals. Up front, the likes of Diogo Jota and Darwin Núñez haven't convinced as no-9 options under Arne Slot. They could be moved on to make way for upgrades, with Alexander Isak and Hugo Ekitike reportedly on the list. Liverpool's left-back situation. Milos Kerkez emerges as prime target in summer overhaul. Over recent months, the most consistent and credible transfer speculation surrounding Liverpool has revolved around Bournemouth's promising left-back, Milos Kerkez. The Hungarian international is increasingly viewed as the natural heir to Andy Robertson, a player whose contributions to the club are legendary, but who is now D1 and no longer exerts the same influence he once did on the pitch. Under new head coach Arne Slot, Robertson has been occasionally rotated out of the starting 11 in favor of Kostas Tsimikas, a move that hints at the club's growing recognition of the need for a long-term solution at left-back. The trend in Slot's team selections suggests that Liverpool may be preparing for a future where Robertson is no longer a regular starter. Changing of the guard at left-back, a shift in strategy. The interest in Kerkez, a 21-year-old talent who was previously signed by Richard Hughes, now Liverpool's sporting director during his stint with Bournemouth, appears strategic. Having already built a working relationship with Hughes, Kerkez could potentially make a seamless transition to Anfield. Reports now indicate that either Robertson or Tsimikas will be moved on to clear space for the former AC Milan youth player. David Ornstein, a well-respected source for transfer news, recently reiterated this during an NBC broadcast, confirming that Liverpool will continue to follow a one-in, one-out model this summer. In his own words, Milos Kerkez at Bournemouth is one of the names, but any move would require the departure of either Robertson or Tsimikas. Who will be sacrificed? When evaluating who might make way, several factors come into play. Robertson, who earns around £160,000 per week, remains under contract until 2026. However, his age and declining form diminish any hopes of recouping a significant transfer fee. Selling him might not bring in a large sum, but it would substantially reduce the wage bill. Tsimikas, on the other hand, is 28 years old and has 2 years remaining on his current deal. With a weekly salary of approximately £80,000, he is more likely to attract a decent fee in the transfer market. Clubs such as Barcelona, Fulham, and Olympiacos have reportedly shown interest in the Greek international in previous transfer windows. Transfer policy lessons from the Caicedo saga. Liverpool fans will recall how the club intensely pursued Moises Caicedo in the summer of 2023, only for the Ecuadorian midfielder to opt for Chelsea instead. That transfer set Chelsea back over £100 million, yet Caicedo has failed to justify his hefty price tag thus far. Rather than blowing their budget on a single marquee signing, Liverpool wisely opted to spread their resources across multiple acquisitions. The result? A revitalized midfield and a team now contending for the Premier League title. Key signings from that summer included Alexis Mac Allister from Brighton for £35 million, Ryan Gravenberch from Bayern Munich for a similar fee, Dominik Szoboszlai from RB Leipzig for £60 million, Wataru Endo for a bargain fee of £16.2 million. These acquisitions total approximately $150 million, and the return on investment has been exceptional. Players like Mac Allister and Gravenberch alone could command near that sum on the open market today, given their standout performances. Isak's £150 million valuation, a deal to avoid? Heading into the upcoming window, Liverpool have been informed that signing Alexander Isak from Newcastle United would require a fee in the region of £150 million. However, this is a move the club is unlikely to pursue. Paul Joyce, writing for The Times, emphasized that Newcastle are not eager to sell, especially if they secure a Champions League spot next season. Even if they were to entertain offers, he states, there's little indication Liverpool would be willing to meet such a valuation for a single player. £150 million strategy. 3 players instead of 1. Instead of splashing out on Isak, Liverpool could diversify their investment to bolster multiple areas of the squad. Kirkez would likely cost around £45 million, while Dean Huijsen, his Bournemouth teammate on loan from Juventus, has a $50 million release clause. That's £95 million for two highly promising defensive prospects, leaving room to spend up to $55 million on an attacking player within the same $150 million budget. Forwards in Liverpool's price range. Finding a quality 4W. Despite leading Leeds United back to the Premier League, Daniel Farke's future at the club remains uncertain. The club's American owners, 49ers Enterprises, are reportedly considering managerial changes as they prepare for the challenges of top-flight football. Farke, who previously achieved 2 promotions with Norwich City, was appointed by Leeds in July 2023 on a 4-year contract. Under his leadership, Leeds secured promotion with a dominant 6-0 victory over Stoke City and currently top the championship table on goal difference. However, concerns linger over Farke's Premier League track record, notably his tenure at Norwich, where he managed only 6 wins in 49 top-flight matches and was relegated twice. TalkSport. While Farke has expressed a desire to overhaul the squad for Premier League competition, the 49ers are reportedly cautious, considering both his past Premier League performance and the financial implications of significant squad changes. Additionally, some fans have voiced concerns over the team's style of play, despite their successful campaign. In North London, Tottenham Hotspur's manager Ange Postecoglou faces a similarly precarious situation. Despite guiding Spurs to the Europa League semi-finals, where they will face Norwegian side Bodo Glimt, the team's domestic performance has been underwhelming, currently sitting 16th in the Premier League. Speculation suggests that Postecoglou's future at the club may hinge on the outcome of their European campaign, with potential replacements like Scott Parker being considered. Cartilage-free captain TalkSport. Both Leeds United and Tottenham Hotspur find themselves at crossroads, weighing the merits of managerial continuity against the demands of Premier League success. The decisions made in the coming weeks will significantly shape their trajectories in the top tier of English football. Liverpool have been tipped for a summer striker shakeup in the transfer market. Diogo Jota and Darwin Núñez could be sacrificed if the right bids materialize, and there have been no shortage of links to upgrades. Premier League stars like Alexander Isak, Matheus Cunha, and João Pedro have been named among potential arrivals as Arne Slot considers his options at No. 9. There are also targets being looked at overseas, with Bundesliga sensation Hugo Ekitike established on the radar. The Frenchman's club, Eintracht Frankfurt, expect to earn $100 million in the event he's sold in the summer, although it's by no means certain that the Germans will let him go. Accordingly, there is another name on the radar for Liverpool, as well as several Premier League rivals. It's Benjamin Sesko of RB Leipzig, whose team are set for a summer reset and are expected to cash in on several star names. Leipzig want 100 million for Sesko, Castello, Lukeba, and Xavi Simons, 2 other Liverpool targets,